Well, hi, everybody. Today we are doing a little quick follow-up episode following up episode 362 from February 2021. We're joined today, as we were then, by Adam Lawrence. Adam, how's it going?
Hey, Mark. It's going well. Thanks for having me on again.
It's been an eventful year in many ways, but I'm excited. I've been excited for you, Adam, because a year ago we were talking about what you call the Wheel of Sustainability, and you had a free PDF you were offering, and now it's a book. So tell the audience about how that came to be.
Yeah, well, Mark, I used my free and spare time during the pandemic to just start writing. You know, everybody has a story to tell, and I realized if I was ever going to do it, this was the time. So started in March and probably finished writing just before the end of the year, and with all the various activities that go on in publishing a book, pleased to say that on February 24th I launched the book. It's right here, and of course behind me. Very excited to be able to share what I'm very passionate about with the community.
Well, that's a great pandemic project, so congratulations for knocking that out. I launched, I did a podcast. Like, that's nothing compared to doing a book. Adam was a guest on episode 41 of that new podcast called My Favorite Mistake. So if you haven't heard that episode, you can go to markgraven.com/mistake41. And then, to go back to Adam's original episode, leanblog.org/362. And if you go to that page now, we're going to embed a book giveaway contest. If you want to share a little bit more about that, Adam.
Right. So my goal in writing the book was to bring something that I bring to teams out to others. So you gave me the opportunity, and I really appreciate the opportunity to promote it by giving it away. I want to give it away. So we're going to share some books with some folks if they want to enter to win, and I'm happy to send them out and sign them for you. And just looking to help others hopefully learn a little more about sustainability.
Well, it's great that you're willing to do that, Adam. He believes in the book so much he's willing to give it away. Right. That's a good. Right. It's a good thing. So again, there'll be an entry form embedded on the page. If you go to leanblog.org/362, it's easy to enter. All you have to do is put in your email address, or if you are logged into Facebook, you can also click to join that way. And then, if you haven't entered any of these giveaway contests before, sharing the contest on social media and with others earns you more entries. If you click and go to the YouTube page for Adam's My Favorite Mistake episode, you earn more entries. So I encourage people to do that. So go ahead and sign up. Make sure you click on the confirmation link that comes to you, and you'll be entered to win one of the 3 signed copies of Adam's book. What was, it's a podcast, so I feel like I have to ask a question as well. I mean, what was the biggest challenge amongst all of the different stages of the book value stream, if you will? Sounds like you had the concept there, but then the writing and the production, like, what was the biggest challenge to overcome?
Well, Mark, that's a great question. So certainly, as a first-time author, there were a lot of challenges, but what was interesting to me the most was the Wheel of Sustainability is a system that I created. So one would have thought that writing about the thing you create would be fairly simple, until you realize it's not that obvious, it's not that simple. So the idea of fleshing it out to a point where somebody who was unfamiliar with the concept and the system would get some value from the whole book. And then I was also challenged to write not only when things go well, but talk about when things don't go well and how you dealt with it. So trying to broaden the appeal and the value of the book, and also to take away areas that might not be so obvious to the first-time reader.
Well, they say one great way to learn about something is to write a book about it. Right. And so I'm sure that process of writing and editing helped you refine not just the book, but refine what you're communicating and how you're communicating it, right?
Yeah. I certainly tried to write it in a way that was easy to understand, but I did have a friend very recently say, I'm not an engineer, this isn't my area, and I have to be honest, I understood your name and the introduction, but after that, I kind of got lost. So it's not for everybody, but for those interested in sustainability and continuous improvement, hopefully it'll give you some new ideas.
Well, this audience here on the Lean Blog Interviews podcast, whether they're an engineer or not, this will be right up their alley.
Great.
So I hope people will go check it out. You can go and enter. The contest will remain open for a month until April 22nd. Again, you can enter by going to leanblog.org/362, which is where you can find our more in-depth conversation. What was it? Almost an hour-long conversation about the wheel of sustainability. And if you can't wait a month, you can go and buy the book. And then maybe if you win the copy, you can give that away to a colleague. How's that?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Well, they might not want to give away the signed copy. They can give away the loved and lightly read or heavily read version of the one they bought. Give that away. Keep the signed one.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Love to send a book your way, whoever's out there listening.
All right. Well, thank you again for doing that. And again, congratulations on the release of the book. Again, we've been talking today to Adam Lawrence. The book is The Wheel of Sustainability, Engaging and Empowering Teams to Produce Lasting Results. And this time I got the subtitle correct, right?
That's perfect. Thank you, Mark.
When we did the episode of My Favorite Mistake together, my mistake was reading an old version of the subtitle. So glad to get it right. I'll try to not repeat my mistakes.
Well, I appreciate that, Mark.
Sure thing. Thanks again, Adam.